Port Moresby, also referred to as Palm City or simply Moresby, is the capital and largest city of Papua New Guinea. It is one of the largest cities in the southwestern Pacific, along with Jayapura, outside of Australia and New Zealand. It is located on the shores of the Gulf of Papua, on the southwestern coast of the Papuan Peninsula of the island of New Guinea. Before the arrival of Europeans to the region, the place where the city was founded had been inhabited by the Motu Koidabu people for centuries. The Motu were originally coastal dwellers, while the Koidabu lived more inland. There was significant intermarriage between these two groups. The first Briton to see it was Royal Navy Captain John Moresby in 1873. It was named in honor of his father, Admiral of the Fleet Sir Fairfax Moresby. In 1905, the recently federated Australian government passed the Papua Act, which came into effect in 1906. The Act transferred Papua, with Port Moresby as its capital, to direct Australian rule. From then until 1941, Port Moresby grew slowly. The main growth was on the peninsula, where port facilities and other services were gradually improved. The first butcher shop and grocery opened in 1909, electricity was introduced in 1925, and piped water supply was provided in 1941. By September 1942, the city was an important Allied complex of bases, and thousands of troops were stationed in the area or, more often, staged through it, as it was the last Allied bastion on the island and, conversely, a key staging and jumping-off point as the Allies began conducting offensive warfare themselves, pushing back the Japanese advances. General MacArthur located his headquarters in Port Moresby from November 1942 to October 1944. Port Moresby became the capital of the new combined territory and a focal point for the expansion of public services. Port Moresby was granted city status in 1972, with Awala Owalarerua becoming the first Lord Mayor. In September 1975, Papua New Guinea became an independent country with Port Moresby as its capital city. New government, intellectual, and cultural buildings were constructed in the suburb of Waigani to supplement and replace those of downtown Port Moresby. They included those for government departments, including the National Parliament Building, which was opened in 1984 by Prince Charles and blends traditional design with modern building technology, with the Papua New Guinea National Museum and National Library are in Waigani. The National Capital District of Papua New Guinea is the incorporated area around Port Moresby. Although it is surrounded by Central Province, where Port Moresby is also the capital, it is technically not a part of that province. Port Moresby is the single district of the National Capital District, which contains 3 local-level government (LLG) areas, and they are Moresby Northeast, Moresby Northwest, and Moresby South. The city has hosted many local and international events. Some of the international events include the 1975 Independence Day celebrations, 1980 South Pacific Festival of Arts, the 1991 Pacific Games, the 2015 Pacific Games, 2016 FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup, and 2018 APEC Summit. According to the 2011 National Census, Port Moresby has had 145,000 inhabitants. A 2020 unofficial estimate gives the population as 383,000 and booming as many people from rural parts of PNG flood into the city in search of jobs, basic services, and proper healthcare systems. Some of the cities that attracted sites are Port Moresby Nature Park,
Bomana Vatsimeri,
National Museum and Art Gallery, Verarata National Park, National Parliament House, and many more. And for foreigners visiting Palm, consult your traveling agents about your safety and security before visiting, as the crime rate in Port Moresby is much higher than in its sister cities, La and Mount Hagen. Thanks for watching the video till the end. Make sure to follow so that you don't miss out on our future content.